Welcome back to Senior Seminar. I'm your host, Devin Young. This week's guest in studio is Jose Daniel Herrera. Jose is a native of Chicago, Illinois, and a history major here at Wabash College. You know, being a student here is a difficult task, but throw that in with being a parent, and the task becomes even greater. Jose has firsthand experience with this. Let's talk to Jose about what it's been like to juggle both student life and fatherhood since second semester of sophomore year.
As a first-time father, I guess you can't really prepare for what's coming. You can do lots of reading, which is what I did. You can take advice from family members, which was also helpful. My mother was a great advice giver just because she raised 3 children on her own. And the Wabash community in general. Most of the professors here are very supportive, and I feel like I can just go talk to them whenever I feel like it to ask them for some advice in terms of the baby, support, financial, whether that's emotional or financial support, and in terms of emotional support between me and my wife and things of that nature.
Excellent. So could you please tell us, once your child first came to you, what were the first couple months of fatherhood like? What was that experience like?
You go to Hollywood and you see these movies about how, oh, the baby's born and just completely changes your life. It's taken me a while to move into, or to kind of be aware of how a baby might change your life. I mean, it does in very good ways. But that didn't happen right away as soon as the baby was born. To me, for the first few months, at least for the first 3 to 6 months, the baby really feels like an attention drain almost, just because you give the baby attention, but because they're not developed yet, all they can really do is cry, eat, poop. So for the most part, it feels like a pet almost. So I think that's what I would explain it to a large degree.
Could you please tell us who were some of the key figures that helped you along? Which professors gave you the best advice, or who did you always go to for support?
I think the most supportive people on campus have been Dr. Hartnett, Dr. Lamberton, and Dr. Warner. Dr. Hartnett and Dr. Warner were both my advisors. Dr. Warner's my advisor now, but Dr. Hartnett and Dr. Lamberton have younger kids, so they've recently gone. They have 2 younger kids, so they've recently gone through this process of being a parent. So I feel like they can give me more advice. They can give me advice that's more immediate of my situation because they've had kids recently that are younger, and I see them and I see myself in their situation 2 or 3 years from now. Dr. Warner, he has older kids that are ready to move out the house, so it kind of gives me an idea of where I'd be long term. So they both give me different perspectives on fatherhood that I keep into account when I'm making decisions about whether I want to move somewhere or what type of jobs I want to have.
Could you please tell us what you'll take away from your time here at Wabash as being both a student and a father into life after graduation?
In terms of life after graduation, I feel like Wabash has done a good job of preparing me. They've given me a very good education, and I feel like I can excel in almost any field. One of the things that I have to think about, though, when it comes to life after Wabash is I can't go off and join the Peace Corps for 2 years. Jake Moore did that recently, and I instantly thought that can't happen with me just because of the nature of the situation that I'm in. Yeah, I can't just abandon my family and go work for the government in some country abroad for that long of a period of time. Also, when I'm thinking about jobs, I have to realize that I'm going to move. It's not just about me moving to that place. I'm going to think about whether if it's a good living space or a living community or a community that's viable to my situation. I can't just move into downtown condo of Chicago. I mean, I could, but that might not be the best option for my family.
Although the path for Jose is still unclear, the skills that he's obtained with being both a student and a parent will translate into him having both a successful family and career. Thank you, and join us next week for Senior Seminar.